Hi everyone, it's Michelle with Crafty Ruse, and I am here today to share some things that I've been making out of cardboard. I've been inspired by the Mass Make March, and I decided I would make a bunch of Tim Holtz inspired ephemera pieces using cardboard, and I just peeled the first layer like this here off of the cardboard, and it's any cardboard box that you have. I just got to be able to get it started. One of the things I struggle with the most when I'm making these. But anyways, when you get your cardboard, you just start peeling it back, just like that. You're just going to rip it back. And when you do, it'll leave you a piece that looks similar to this. You'll have spots where it didn't peel off, and if you want more of it off, all you have to do is just continue to work with it. Just peel pieces off if it's not enough for you. I've done all of these here. And then I tear them into smaller pieces, which I have here. And then I use these smaller pieces, and they're not ripped in any way whatsoever. It's however they turn out when I'm tearing them is how they end up being for me to embellish. So I saw someone doing this cardboard this way a long time ago. I cannot remember who it is, and I'm so sorry because I would have loved to have linked them in the description box below. But I think it's a really cool way of making embellishments. So the ones that I have made today, I'm going to show you real quick what they look like, and then I'm going to show you what I used to decorate, and then I will also make a couple with you so you can see just exactly how I did it. So I'm going to pull these over here real quick, and I am just going to start laying them down to show you. I did this one here. And this one here. And I really like how they're turning out. And you can put whatever you want on them. It doesn't have to be Tim Holtz. It just happens to be that I decided to start playing with a bunch of my Tim Holtz stuff. I have been sort of hoarding it just due to the fact that I don't want to run out, but it's kind of crazy. Why have it just so I can look at it? So I am using it. And then I figured I'll just get more. This one here, I used some cheesecloth, and I sprayed it with the Salvage Patina and the Vintage Photo, just so I could have that behind it as well. And these are all done on the cardboard pieces that are torn. And the last one that I made was this one here. And look at, he has butterfly antennas that Crafty Boo took off of one of her little butterflies and let me have it so that I could use it because I wanted to give him antenna, but I didn't have any, so I was really excited that she was willing to give up a couple of her little butterflies antennae so that I could use them for this little guy here. All right, guys, like I said, I have been already playing with this, so here's a bunch of the pieces of cardboard that I tore up, but I had a couple pieces here, and I need to find what I did with them. They're not here. Where did I move them? I just had them out. Oh my goodness. Well, that wasn't brilliant. So hold on just a second. I'm going to look around and I'll be right back. Okay, I found them. They had just slipped off of the little tabletop that I'm working on. So I started with the pieces of cardboard like this, like I showed you earlier. And then I was trying to use my Distress Texture Paste in matte, but it became a rock. So I wasn't able to use this. So I ended up having to use my Distress Paste that I have that is clear. It's translucent, but it ended up being a gloss, which I wasn't really happy with either. because it gives a super shiny, and that's not the look I was looking for. But I had taken some and I sprayed it with some of my distress sprays, like this one I used Salvage Patina on it. And I want to say that I also used, what is it, Shabby Shutters on this one. And then here I used some gray grit paste. I had a little bit of that left, so I used that on here, and then I sprayed it also with the patina. And then this one here is using my, I used one of my, this one here, shimmer sprays, and I used it in the orange. This is not the orange, but I don't see it right out, but that's what I used for this. And also on a couple of them, I used some foundry wax to try to tone down the, like here, you can see the gold foundry wax on there to try to tone down that glossy vintage photo look that I had used. I used the vintage photo on it, but it was just too much. It was, with that shimmer, it made it look like it was just like an oil. But anyways, like I said, I need to get some of the matte texture paste because I don't know why I don't have a bigger one, but I just don't. All right, guys, so I did these ones, and we're going to be decorating two of these. We're going to decorate this one, and we're going to decorate this one on camera together. And then I pulled out a bunch of my Tim Holtz ephemera pieces. Field notes, I have those to use. I definitely, my little mini paper dolls. I absolutely am in love with these guys. And I was hoarding them, not wanting to use them. The same with my field notes, but I'm like, you know what? I can find more. I know I can. I used some collage tiles. I used a few pieces out of the memoir. And that's the same exact one. And then I used some of the transparent wings because I was playing like with the fairy type whimsical side, and then also some of the urban layers, and that you saw with the big number and stuff. And then I used quote chips, theories, and I also have pulled out some what is this called? This is called quotations. It's empty right now because I have them in my hand, but I used one of these already, and I'm going to be using one on one of the ones that we're going to be making on camera together. So let me just set this over here. Let me move these out of the way. And we are going to get started on the ones that we're going to make right now. Okay. So for this one here, I want to do another wing-inspired person. And this one is going to be really, really simple, guys. It's just going to be a couple of pieces here. It is going to be, hold on now. I might have just changed my mind. I'm not sure. But I might be using a nest. I don't know why. I didn't think of that earlier, but all of a sudden it hit me. Now I've just got to, hold on a minute, I'm so sorry. Had I thought of this sooner, I would have already pulled it out, and it would have been out, so I didn't have to make moans to you guys, but I didn't think of it. Okay. So, we are going to see how this works out. A little nest with some eggs. I'm sorry about the crinkly noise, guys. Okay, so let's move you over to the side, and we're going to put this one here, and then I am going to put this nest. And I think I am going to have her sitting on the nest. And put the wings behind her because she's able to fly. And it says free to fly. So this is going to be, I believe, I like that, how I do this one. And there is no method to how I do this. It's just what you like. So you can do it, like I said, it does not have to be Tim Holtz. You can use whatever pieces of ephemera that you have, like your little cut aparts and things like that. Anything that you have that inspires you, that you like to use and that you would use in your projects, that's what you would use for this. So I am going to go ahead. I like this, and I'm going to leave it like this for now. I don't know if I'll add something to it later, but we're gonna go ahead with this right here. She is sitting on the edge of the nest. That's how we're gonna do it. Put her wings right there, and I'm gonna glue everything that way, and that will be one of the pieces. So let's go ahead and get started with that. Now, I am using my Beacon Advanced Craft Glue. It is, to me, a lot easier when I'm working on the cardboard to use this than my Barely Arts glue, just because of the ridges on my cardboard. So I am going to quickly put a little bit of glue, if I can get it to shake down. Quickly, I said. You heard that right. And I have a little glue stand, but when I leave this glue upside down in it, if I don't have the lid on it, it ends up running out. So, yeah, I'm not using that right now. And this piece of paper that I have under here is just a piece of a shopping bag, and it is catching all my sprays and everything that I use today while I'm playing. And later I'll be able to use this paper in projects as well. Okay, so I've got to get her little wings situated. Let's see. That looks good right there, I think. Okay, and then I am going to go ahead and take and put some on the back of my little nest. Okay, and I will just plop that right there. And then I am going to go ahead. Let me put her down before I put my Free to Fly down. And I'm just going to put a little bit more glue on her. And I got it on her dress, but it's okay because this glue just rolls right up. And we are going to set her on the edge of that nest. Okay. I'll just hold her down for a second. And then I will put my Free to Fly across the bottom. This is super easy, super fun, no rules. Whatever makes your heart happy, that's what you do. It's all about what you like. And that's the fun part of us being able to craft, is being able to create what makes us happy. Now, once this is completely dried in place, I'll take a little bit of a baby wipe, and I'll just wipe that glue off, and it'll come right off. But there we go. That was super easy, right? So I will set this one over here to dry with the others, and then I'm going to work on this one. Now on this one, I have decided I am going to use this piece right here, which is Baltimore Steam Packet. And I am going to put this guy on there also because I feel like he fits that, like he's maybe working for the railroad. He looks like maybe he could be. So he's going to go like right there. And then I have this couple that I'm going to put on here. And they are going to go right here because they are the ones who are traveling by the steamship. And then I am thinking I am going to add this ticket as well because when they arrive where they're going, they have ticket to the theater. So I am going to stick that ticket to the theater, I think, right there. And I'm letting pieces hang off because I want dimension to it. These are going to be used in journals and different things like that, like pockets and things to decorate. So I just want to be able to have a lot of dimension. See what I mean by it? It just dribbles out. That's what it's doing right now. So we are going to go ahead. I think I like this. And we are going to go ahead and start putting these things down. But I might just move this up a tad and have them a little bit on it as well. Okay, let's just start putting things down. All right, so we're going to keep this piece. And it's got the texture of the grit paste, the gray grit that I had left, a little bit of it. And, okay, Baltimore Steam, you are going right there, so we will just push that down. This glue reminds me of rubber cement. It has that cold feeling that you used to get from rubber cement. And I remember as a kid, I used to put it on my skin and then pinch my skin together and make it look like it was a scar. And I always thought that was just the neatest thing in the world to do. I don't know why, but I really had a lot of fun playing with rubber cement when I was little. I haven't seen it in years, but like I said, that's what that reminds me of. Okay, so I'm going to just lift this up a bit, and I'm going to stick that this way. So once they get to where they're going, they are going to be going and visiting the theater. They've got theater tickets. And we are going to put our, who I'm calling the conductor, right here. So we have him good to go. He is right there. And then our couple who's traveling. They are just living their best life, having fun, going places together. And we will stick them right there. I love that. All right. And I got a little bit of glue on him, so we just rub that off. And then I want to use one of these quotes, and I saw this one. I was going to use, yeah, no, I still am. I love us. And that one, you know what, we're going to put a little bit of glue, but we're going to use the, yeah, we're going to stay with this. I'm just going to put a couple little dabs of this. If I can get it out. There we go, just a little tiny bit to make sure that it doesn't come off. This says, I love us. All right, guys, so there we have another one. And see how easy these were? Super, super simple, super fun. And like I said, you can use any of the embellishments and things that you have to create these. All this was cardboard off of a cardboard box that came. Again, you're just going to strip the one layer off. You can see I've been spraying on this as well. But you just strip your top layer off. Like I said, that's the hardest part for me. But anyways, you just peel. And then it leaves you a little bit of a solid, but also where you can see the cardboard underneath. And then I love to use the matte texture paste, but again, mine dried up because they were these little tiny containers, so it didn't last for me. I tried reviving it because they said if you use a refresher spray, which I have some here, that it would help revive it, but maybe I didn't leave it long enough, but it did not revive. And then again, just I used different distress sprays because they are beautiful. I used oxide spray, but mainly distress. But I used the, this one is the cracked pistachio, and just sprayed a couple of these. And I'll actually show you how simple that is. We will turn this over. This is the side I've been spraying on the most today. So which one do I want to go with next? Let's see. I will do this one. And I keep coming back to that one. And I will do this one. Okay, so we'll do both of these. Okay, so I'm going to go first with my vintage photo. And I'll just give it a shot. And this is the cracked pistachio. Make sure it's mixed up and give it a little spritz. And then I am going to come in with a little bit of Shabby Shutters. And if you guys get too much of one color, don't worry about it because you can always come back over it with another spray. That one I give it a little bit more of a spritz. And then we are going to do our salvaged patina. This one is a little bit bright, guys, so you want to be careful unless you want a lot of it on there, which I do love that. Okay, and let's see. Let's go back in with just a tad bit more of the cracked pistachio because you don't really see it that well there. There we go. And then I will just use my gun here, my heat gun, my heat tool to dry it. I got this heat gun for Christmas, guys, and I absolutely love it. I was like, well, it can't be that much different than an embossing heat gun, but it truly is, because this does not blow everything all over the place. It just gives it heat so that it can dry what you're trying to dry. And look at that. Now it's ready for me to embellish. And if you're not happy with the color after it turns out, you can keep adding more color to it. I used the vintage photo also on some book pages that I had so that I could tear pieces off and put it behind what I was working on. I pulled out different oxide sprays. Let's use a little bit of abandoned coral. Let's see what that looks like in here too. To open this one because I've never used it before, but it looks like it might add a little bit of something. And then, guys, just have fun. That's all you're supposed to be doing when you're creating, is just having fun. And it's like I said again, no special method, no special supplies. You use what you have and just have fun. Okay. Ooh, I like that. Let's give this one a little bit of a spurt. Ooh, that's bright. Isn't that beautiful? And I'm going to go back in with a little bit more salvage patina because I just love that color. And bring my heat tool over again. I honestly don't know if misting it with water will leave droplets or anything, but let's try that. Let's see. Doesn't really look like it, and that could be because it's cardboard too. Look at that, isn't that pretty? And use whatever colors you have. Some I did without even putting anything on at all. I just used the actual cardboard itself with nothing, no distress, anything on it. Let's see if we want to do another one real quick here. I can put that there. Use that. And there's a little florist sign, I believe, again. Yep. Another one of the florist signs. I could put that there. And let's get one of my mini paper dolls and the ladies. Who do we have that looks like she should be working in with the flowers? There's so many in here, guys. This comes with 133 people. Just amazing. They're so stinking cute. They're so tiny. I mean, look at this little tiny dog. Isn't he just adorable? Oops, I'm sorry. Let's put you there. Move I want to kind of be able to see some of that orange with the salvaged patina. It just looks so pretty. I'm sorry it's taking so long, guys. I am just trying to find the perfect little lady to be sitting here or standing here with the flowers. Who is working in the flower shop? It could be a gentleman too. It does not have to necessarily be a lady. I was just thinking maybe somebody dressed up fancy. Oh, it could be you. You know what? I think it's going to be him. All right. So maybe he's picking up a bouquet to take home to his wife. He could be the flower shop owner. And, let me see. And maybe, just maybe, I am going to add a little bit of color with my distress crayons. So, let me see, let me see. This one is Worn Lipstick. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move you up here, and I'm going to move you over here, and I'm going to spritz just a tiny bit of water on that. And then I am going to come in with my distress crayon and just go around it a little tiny bit with some color. I just love these. Bea got these for me, and I'm so excited to have them. Okay, we're going to use a couple of different colors, I think, because flowers are not just one color. And let's try a little bit of Victorian Velvet. These are new, so I have not been, they haven't been rolled up. A little bit of this, okay. And I'm not trying to completely solid color it, guys. I am just trying to give it a little bit of a color. There we go. And I know I have a couple other colors that will probably be very pretty in there, so let's use a little bit of spun sugar. I don't know if you guys have played with the distress crayons or not, but they are fun. I've used some of mine, but there's a few here, like you'll see that I'm using right now that I have not played with before, so it's fun to get to try them out. I am going to do a dried marigold colored. And then I am going to throw, what color is this? Shaded Lilac for my last flower. So that'll be this one here. Not as light as I thought it was going to be, but it still looks pretty. Yeah. Okay. And what are we going to use for the centers of my flowers? I will be using Rusty Hinge, I believe. And I'll just add a little bit of that to each one of the centers. And done. Okay. So I will bring this back down. Now I have this here. And I am going to do it like that. He is going to sit here. And again, simple but cute, and I like it. And you may not like it because we all have different tastes, but that's where the fun comes in. You do you, while I do me, and then we all are creating in the way that makes us happiest. And I might add more to these pieces when I go to put them in a journal, or when I'm making my pockets or pages or whatever I decide to use these on. But right now, I'm just getting them ready. And I can add to them. I can change them out. I can do pretty much whatever I want with them once I get ready to use them. It's not always the best thing to over-decorate something, because you never know what you might be using it for. And maybe when you go to use it, all the stuff you have on there isn't going to exactly go with what you're hoping for. Or what look you're looking for, I should say. So you could always add to it later on at a later date to make it to where it fits your project better. Okay, you are going to sit right there. All right, guys, and he is finished now too. I hope that this video inspires you to go grab some of your items and mass make some of your things, because Mass Make March, guys, there's a few ladies doing it. Margaret with Seven Plaza, Toni with Crafty by Toni. They're doing mass makes for March, and I have been watching them. Now, mind you, they're doing different videos almost every day. I did not do that because it is not something that I'm capable of doing right at the moment. But I am enjoying when I am getting to creating a bunch of somethings so that I will have them. So I am mass making, not every day, but when I can, so that I can have a pile in my stash. And this, guys, is exactly what mass making is. You make more than one and you just keep them until you're ready for them. And I am going to pull this down real quick off my camera stand, and let me see. And I'm going to give you a look at these guys before I end my video. I hope you guys like what I've created. I hope it inspires you to create. I will link Toni and Margaret in my description box below, so you can go check out some of the things that they're mass making. I really had a bunch of fun. And like I said, it was cardboard, and then I just pulled out a bunch of my Tim Holtz goodies, and I went from there. This one I used a piece of cheesecloth on as well, but I just left the cheesecloth the color of it. And then this one, again, like I said, I used the sprays, the vintage photo and the patina spray to spray it and change the color. All right, guys, I hope you have an amazingly wonderful day. I love you all so very, very much. If you are new to my channel, thank you so much for stopping by. I don't do a lot of creating yet, guys, that I do on channel. Guess I still have butterflies about that, but you saw today I did do a little creating, and I'm hoping to do more of that for you. But I love to do giveaways, I love to do hauls, and I love to share the things that I've already created, even if I don't show you how I did my process. But I'm going to try to do more of the process with you guys. All right, guys, thank you so much for being a part of my day today. I hope you're having an amazing day whenever you watch this, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. All right, guys, bye-bye.